This was a parable about a woodcutter being troubled by a strange animal called Satori. After many attempts to kill that animal, he gave up the intent of killing and continued his cutting. Finally, the blade of the axe fell on the animal and instantly killed him.
That's all.
So
Now it's
that is
better.
the
Now it's better.
yeah. So that is the gist of the woodcutter parable. But in reality, we discussed this parable for 4 or 5 sessions.
Oh.
Into 3 hours minimum.
Yes,
15 hours.
into 3 hours.
3 hours into 4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And the second parable.
Second parable is about
Three
it's also a
sentences.
Zen parable where the master thief. Oh, yes. Oh my God. I have to edit it in minds. So,
Talk about the significant element
yes.
of the parable. That's all.
Yes. In this parable, a master thief training his young son take him to the prestigious feudal chief's home in the night and left him in the middle of the house making a big noise, and he escaped. So the son was left alone, and the next day the father waited for him, saying even a cat would escape.
All right.
Okay. So he expected his son to escape.
Yes.
Okay.
So that also we discussed in very much in detail. And the third one was about the prince who was sent. Let me start from the beginning. A king sent the crown prince for the finest training to become a great ruler.
Yes.
And the master sent him to a forest to listen to the sound of the forest.
Okay.
So the prince comes back and tells all the normal sounds of the forest in the first year, and the master sent him back for another time.
Yeah.
Second time when he goes and comes back, he comes back and describes the sound of the unheard, or he describes how he can see the invisible, or the total idea was about to listen to what is not being said.
Okay.
So, as one of the great attributes for a great ruler. Okay.
Okay.
And the fourth one was about the master cook, who was a cook in a Zen monastery where they used to teach sword play.
Okay.
So the cook thought the sword play is better than cooking. So he started
is it a sword play or sword fight?
Sword fight. Samurai fight.
Samurai fight.
Yeah. And the cook in secret, he wouldn't have been admitted to the monastery if he went directly. So he's learned it in secrecy and tried his learning in many ways. Finally, he met a master samurai and challenged him. So he went back to the monastery, and the master sent him back saying, what do you want to do as your last act? And he presented his tea ceremony, or making the finest shanoyu to the opponent, and the opponent identified him as the master cook and spared his life.
Oh.
So have you heard any of this?
No.
Okay. So these were the parables that we had been discussing in the sessions, among many other things. And
from all this, in one sentence, what did you develop as a core insight, a core learning? There could be many, but if you choose to say one, what is one salient insight which you developed out of the parables? Just one point.
From all the parables, focus
Yeah.
at focusing my attention.
All right.
Yeah.
Why should you focus your attention? What is the advantage of developing the ability to focus attention?
Because it is only with the attention I can identify the core of myself
All
and
right.
everything around me as well, everything
All
in the
right.
universe as well. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Beautiful. Proceed.
Okay. And the last one, sir, the Jack and Jill, you might have
Excuse
heard
me,
the.
Saji.
Yes.
Should I present it for you? Like because for the use of Chandraji also.
Okay.
Uh,
I can stop presenting then. 1 second.
no,
I
we
may have.
can't see your screen. Like,
Okay.
yeah. It's visible, right?
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
We also did the Jack and Jill analysis um, from various vantage point and almost produced. I think we are in the process of producing a book about the interpretations of Jack and Jill. It was analyzing the whole 4 lines of a poem. And we did the Samasya, which is the poetic puzzles which Sir had given, just to fill the last line with the introduction of Kalidas' story. Um,
What is a samasya?
Samasya is the puzzle. It's
Yeah. All right.
the
All right. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Proceed. Yeah.
Okay. And Samasya, the poetic puzzle, covered the entire elements of the universe, and you could bring me the taste of such wonders, and it made me more hungry. The discussions we had and the presentation we did, I got to experience my own self. That is, without a canvas, a painting will remain only in my head and it will keep changing. And no guarantee that even I get to see it fully unless I express it in a medium. So much we learned
Wait. Wait.
about.
Wait. Wait. That's a beautiful statement. How do you interpret that? For example, I
Um,
don't. I don't understand what you meant by that sentence. That even I
uh,
get to see it fully only when I express it in a medium. Why? Why? What do you mean by that?
because the thoughts and the ideas and whatever goes in my mind, unless I put in somewhere some either writing or painting, or if I don't express, if I don't give wings for it to fly out, even I wouldn't see it fully. I wouldn't get a
Uh,
picture of the whole thing.
Not only in writing or painting, but also by talking it to other people.
Yes,
That
any form
that
of expression.
that is much more advantageous.
Yes, sir.
For when you express an idea in painting, of course, it is good. But in which way presenting the same idea to a group of audience is more advantageous?
We'll get the feedback and we will get to know what the audience are perceiving as well.
Point number one. Point number two.
Um,
They may ask you questions which you may not have thought.
Exactly. Two.
yeah, they will get different insights that which I didn't have.
Then three.
We can make sure that they understand exactly what we intended to convey.
Wait, wait, wait. What did you say once again?
Unlike in a painting where it is open to interpretation, here we can convey exactly what the idea was and make sure they understand.
All right. Four.
They may get a referent of what I was thinking. I mean,
All right. That is more or less the same. Okay. In detail, what Aishwarya said. Fourth, different point.
While explaining to new people, we ourselves will get different insights.
Yeah,
more,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. You will know much more about what you already know.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
For
All right.
clarity.
All right. Proceed. Yeah. It is not only clarity. There'll be definitely much relatively more expansion
Yes, sir.
of what you already know.
Yes.
And there's the next time when you address an audience, you will be that much more competent or confident or fully informed. That's all. All right. Okay. Go to the next ones. Oh.
Okay. So much we learn about creative projection, imagination, and visualization, the tools I needed to further my quest and satisfy my inner child. Determined am I to try my will and travel that distance and endure the pain, entangled in the everyday routines. I see the time is limited and slipping away. Fearless and stronger, I tell myself, you have to make the most of this time. Gears of my engines are well oiled and worked every time. Heartfully, I wait for each session as they gave me the fuel for days on end. It is the time to sleep, they say, but I have never been so awake. Mantra, can you
Wait, 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 wait. That's I say that's a very poetic statement. Well, in fact, your entire writing is very beautiful and very poetic syntax. And can you explain this particular point? Which particular point?
Awake.
It is time to sleep, they say, but I have never been so awake. It's very,
yes,
very, very, very creative, very original positioning of concepts. Please explain that.
very that is the sentence that really tells my experience about many days I feel like after a long day's work or waiting here like I feel tired and I sometimes wonder whether I'll be able to pay attention to the session, whether I'll be able to attend properly, all those things. And the moment I have started here, I it all goes away and I can feel that I'm fully present here. And that and it doesn't affect my day routine as well the next day. So that is the beauty. Like next day morning I again get up and go to work almost by 8 o'clock or whatever, like, and it didn't affected my routine at all. So joy is mine as I take this journey to explore my forest and discover the treasures, keeping me close to the original self, that each breath I take I am the very universe. Lot of times I feel the tiredness after a long day at work, but I know it is temporary. More I ponder, I see the remnants of the characters I admired in me. Nothing should come on my way to break the secret treaty I have with those masters. Oh, what a wonder! If I can just listen to those and experience them. Possibly I can also get a glimpse of that horse riding past the peephole. Chandraji, for
Yeah, I'm
to
listening. I'm
explain.
listening. I'm listening.
Okay, so to tell you the thing, the reference of this is, Sir had explained to us that enlightenment is like going looking through a small hall where a fast horse is riding past, and you get a glimpse of it if you are in the right time.
Yeah.
So that is what I have referred there. So possibly I can also get a glimpse of that horse riding past the peephole. Quest for a supreme connection to my original self and purpose has driven me so far. Rest I am out. I am not sure where I'm heading to, but I love this journey. But what I love is this journey.
Good.
See, the silence of my mind enables me to listen more and learn. Let me not get distracted from my goal. Best of time will only tell how much I have understood and how much I can manifest. Until then, like a humble disciple, I will watch this creature of mine and see its ways. Visible through my eyes and senses, I try to expand myself, and the creature gives me support. Wherever I go, I trust it comes with me and guide me as it is the real one. X-rays reveal my inner body, but only a sword of attention can reveal my connection to the creature. Yes, I see it is already late to find a new path, but it is also means no time to wait for and waste. Zen level of existence is what I seek, a nobody who has nothing to prove or pretend. and I know that I'm still on my way. So that is what I say. It's a
Summary of
reflection on the journey of this learning journey
summary of
in last 1 year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm intrigued with the third line from towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, yes, I see it is already late to find a new path. Why do you say so?
I feel that there are many times that I haven't followed my instinct, or I haven't actually shown justice to my own intents. And now I see there is no time to wait, actually. So if I have missed opportunities in the past, or if I have, many times I may have a wishful thinking, but from the choice to decision to action, I probably haven't followed them through properly. The choices were there always, but it maybe I haven't taken a decision, or maybe I haven't taken the action. So now it's a bit much more clearer. So I try to follow it through better. That's what I meant.
So which means there could be multiple new paths coming up in front of you.
Yes, absolutely. Even now I had I'm thinking Monday I have to make a choice from one to another, which I'm thinking, and I'm just trying to make a decision based on what I exactly feel. So I had been meditating last night. I had been walking around this balcony thinking which way I should go. So if I trust my creature, if I trust my senses and my totality, then it should be easy. So I'm also like trying to verify whether I'm doing it actively. So, I mean, if there is no choice, then you don't have to worry. But when you have a choice, you really have to think whether you are exercising all these principles, and whether I'm doing justice to myself.
Okay, so I'm more and more convinced that you would be more than happy to find new paths for yourself and charter new journeys for yourself.
Yes, it is.
So it is not too late. It is not too late to find a new path then. It is
Okay,
never too
yeah,
late to
yes,
find a new path, right?
yeah. That aspect, yes. But I'm also referring to, some of the times that I can identify that probably I didn't follow the right, my, what is say, intuition. So this time I'm trying to not to make that mistake.
Yeah, no, if I may share something on that note, I think every time I look back and sometimes think about that, I realize now that I wouldn't be here now, and we wouldn't be here in this moment had we changed something in the past. Had that moment been different, then this moment wouldn't have happened.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
I think I'm learning myself to move on, as in move on.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
I did in the past has got me here. And I think
Yes.
that was perfect, and this is perfect, and whatever I do forward, will be perfect too.
Good.
It's also.
My best wishes. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that is a very significant core statement which Ganesh made, which implies that every one of you must be indeed completely trusting whatever path you have been traveling till today. It is perhaps a sort of a normal reflection on what is going on in the world about other people. That must have prompted you to think that some of the choices were not taken in the past. Like what Ganesh said is a little more deep. What Ganesh said is, if you whatever you have mentioned in this document and whatever you are not mentioning in this document, they are all possible because of the some kind of destiny, some kind of a rightness that already happened, already coincided in your path, Nitya.
Okay, sir.
Because you just cannot go back. You just cannot go back
Yes.
even 1 second before. So have that complete trust, like the trust of Padmapada, which we mentioned, that 100% clear trust about the path of your current journey. That's all.
Yes, sir.
That itself is a great thing because from any point of the journey, the slip of the axe is possible. That's a quite wonderful point which Ganesh mentioned. Yeah, anybody else?